In the past 2 weeks, I ended 2 partnerships with clients, and this is why and what happened after. First of all, it's always really, really important to qualify someone before they become a client and before you start working with them. So with these 2 clients, I feel like they either slipped through the qualifying process in a weird way, or I wasn't strict enough. I got to look at myself for this one. I might not have been strict enough with these people in the qualification process. So they ended up not being a good fit for working with me. It all comes down to understanding who do you want to work with and who do you absolutely not want to work with. And most people don't do this, but if you understand this, you will make money. I'm going to explain everything about that in this video. First of all, don't take on anyone who is not qualified. Some coaches do. I'm going to put this away because it looks a bit disrespectful, but I wanted to get your attention. Some coaches take on people who are not qualified, but that's out of scarcity. So if they have a scarcity in terms of money, like in the financial side, they will take on clients. I don't think it's a really bad thing. I think at a certain level, it becomes really bad to do, but these people you can still help, but not to the best of your ability. So personally, me and my clients don't ever do this. So we don't take on anyone who isn't qualified. But then we would have to look at what does a qualification list look like. So for me, I don't look at who is absolutely not. So I don't make these. I just make these really strict. So who do I want to work with? And when someone doesn't fit into either one of all of these things I'm going to tell you, now bear in mind, these are not specifically mine, but this is just going to be an example because my list is way longer, to be honest. So first of all, if you say a client must be committed, must be willing to invest and have a long-term vision, make that practical for yourself. If you are in a sales call or in qualifying call or something like that, you have to find out what do these points mean. If these have value to you, what does committed mean? What is commitment to you? Then must be willing to invest. What do you mean? Do you mean they are willing to invest, or like, because this is what a lot of people say, these 3 things. Willing to invest, is that they have money and they're willing to give it to you? They understand the value of your program, or what does it mean? Make it more specific. We're going to get into that in just a minute. And they gotta have a long-term vision. Also, a very good thing to have long-term vision. But what does it mean? Make it more practical. I'm gonna show you what I would do in this case. I would make them way more practical and more specific as well. So the client must be consistent with given tasks. Now, of course, for your current clients, you can know this already. But for people who are not clients yet, there is a way to do this, which I've done last week with someone. I basically had a, you would call it sales call, I guess. It was more of a qualification call, or get to know each other call. I gave that person some tasks, and he really checked a lot of boxes for my qualifications. And the only thing that was left was that I want my clients to be consistent with given tasks so that they actually get to their goal. Because I don't want to take anyone's money if they are not going to get results from me, even if it's from their side. Even if it's their fault, basically, or their responsibility, which it always is. So it must be consistent with given tasks. So what I did with that guy is I gave him some tasks for 7 days. And I've been looking at his TikTok and his Instagram to see if he has done it. And then on Monday, in 3 days from now, we're going to see if he's done it, what he has seen. And that means that he is actually qualified because he checks off the entire list for me. Then the next one, so that would be a way to find out if they are going to be consistent with given tasks that you give them before they are a client. That's a good way to do it. But make sure you don't give too much practical stuff because they might lose interest and they might think that that's the only thing, or that is like a quick fix that they need. They get a little bit of result that they won't invest. But then Still, if they don't see the value of your thing, if they don't invest, they probably didn't see the value in your program, which means they have another box that's not ticked, so they would have not been a good fit anyway. Then, be willing to invest, you can split it up to two things. Has the financial resources to invest into the program, makes sense, and understands and respects the investment and value of the program. So if they understand understand and respect the investment, so the amount that they are going to invest with you, and the value that they're going to get, if they understand it and respect it, you have a really good client coach dynamic. When other boxes are ticked as well, of course. And has long-term visions, plans, and goals. Well, like I just said, this is a way shorter list, but if you make your stuff practical and way more specific, those people will also be able to, you will also see if someone is qualified, because committed might mean something totally, something else to you than to them. And of course, you're not going to lay out all these qualification steps or whatever. You're not going to lay it out in front of them. But if you don't understand what committed is, and they do something that you think is not committed, and you haven't made it specific and practical, it's not going to work, because you don't know it exactly. So let's say for a fitness coach, you want someone to be going to the gym consistently already, so 3 times a week, and you also want them to drink 4 liters of water, and they drink 3 liters of water every single day. Well, it's kind of a lot, but still 3 liters. They're 1 liter off, so they must be not committed. No, that's not true. So if they don't know it, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't know that they would have to do it, if that makes sense. And has long-term visions, plans, and goals. Of course, has a long-term vision is way too vague, because if you ask someone what's your vision for the next 10 years, I want to become a millionaire. Okay, nice. That's it, basically. Like, I want to get ripped in the next year, something like that. It's not specific enough. So if someone says in a year I want to make 10K per month, that's, at least for me and for my clients, way more doable, way more realistic, and they know where they want to be. So the only thing you would have to do is fill out everything that's in between point A and point B together with them, so they know where they want to be at already. So they have a goal and they want to go for it if they are committed. So if they are consistent with the given task, or committed might be being in time for calls. Just not tolerating bullshit also, because that's also a reason why I've been making more money. I forgot to explain why I made more money. When you show that you have qualifications, you don't have to tell anyone, but you can basically show it by not tolerating anyone's bullshit. So if someone is late, just cancel that call, because if that's important to you, someone being in time, they are not taking a box. They're not taking one of your boxes. So don't tolerate bullshit. Not tolerating bullshit for myself and for my clients is helping me attracting more high-level clients, high-level people. I hope this was valuable to you. I think it was. I will make another video where I go a little bit more in depth, or look at different perspectives from this with some more examples if you need. So if you need that, then if you own a coaching company is doing over 10K per month, or maybe just a little bit less, first link in the description to book call with me. Important, because if you want to grow organically, I'm probably your guy. If you meet my qualifications, of course. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Eli, and in the past 2 years, I've helped tens of coaching companies and individual coaches grow to 6 and 7 figures organically, so without spending anything on ads. And if you want to be notified when I upload new videos, subscribe, hit the bell button, like this video, and first link in the description to book a call with me. I don't bite. Sometimes I do pitch, but that's only if you're qualified. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.